Hey, Jim Hoffman here for EMS Office Hours. This is your Monday Minutes. Today is the 23rd of December, so I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. It's gonna another couple of days away, but I do want to say Merry Christmas to all of my followers and members and fellow EMS professionals out there. Um, Before you click away reading this title here, I want to talk a little bit about thinking about things you do in your job that really go beyond that EMS job description, or things that you can do in your job that are beyond the EMS job description. Now, I know this isn't a clinical thing, this is more on a personal, developmental sort of level, but I wanted to kind of do a series of videos about this because I think that these types of videos and what they're going to sort of promote to you is a mentality that's going to help you in your job, and it's also going to I think bleed into other things that you do in life, and also with your co-workers, with your bosses, with your job performance, everything. Okay. But while I'm doing this series, guys, I'm also going to be talking a little bit about where you're sitting on that virtual EMS bus, okay? And I'm going to be asking the question of, are you sitting in the front, back, or middle of the bus? Now, I'm not going to talk about it too much in this video, but I'm just sort of introducing this sort of thought process, and I want you to start thinking about where you think you sit on the bus. I have a suspicion where you sit because you're watching this video. But I'm sure you know people that sit in all three of these places on the bus. And again, as we go on in this video series, I'm going to sort of break this down a little bit. But that'll be on the next video when we talk about going beyond the EMS job description. But today, in this first installment, I want to talk about that winning attitude. It sounds kind of corny, sounds kind of cliche, I guess, when you hear about it. You know, people telling you you have to have a winning attitude and rah, 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 and all that type of stuff. But I think it's important to really maintain that winning attitude of the provider, but also to really promote it. Okay? And I say promote it, I mean promote it with your coworkers. Okay? And promote it in a way that helps you as a provider and even helps your organization as well. And it doesn't matter if you're paid or you're volunteer. It doesn't really make a difference. A lot of times we get these patients, we get these calls every day, and, they're part of our job. But a lot of people treat patients and treat the calls as it's an interruption, okay, a nuisance, if you will. But they're not, right? They're part of our job. You've got to have that attitude that they are a part of our job and they are not an interruption to our day. Okay? And you need to look at problems that come up every day, or problems that come up maybe even be a persistent problem. Look at them as opportunities. Look at problems as opportunities to learn, and look at them as a way to figure out how you can improve, especially if it's a chronic sort of a problem that's ongoing at your organization, okay? How can you improve? What can you do? What opportunity can you learn from the problem in order to turn it around and be able to improve upon it, okay? And I put complaints here, okay? But this sort of falls into two different things. Now, everybody complains in EMS. I'm guilty of that as well, okay? But what you should try not to do is not to be this chronic complainer. All right, you don't want to be the person that's always complaining, always whining about things, okay? Because it doesn't really do a lot. It doesn't do much to improve the situation. It doesn't do much to improve yourself or even your organization, for that matter. Try to be part of that solution. Another type sort of thing you hear a lot too, right? Don't complain. Be part of the solution, not part of the problem. But it is true. It's a true statement when it comes to that. Okay, we can complain about things, okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. It does help, but sometimes by complaining, you can figure out and make that complaint into an opportunity on how to fix it, okay? Figuring out how to make it into a positive thing to do. Okay, get into that positive solution. Okay, and also when we talk about complaints, we kind of bleeds into negativity, right? Because if you're a chronic complainer, you're seen as somebody who's very negative. Okay, and maybe your partner is very negative, or somebody you work with very negative, and they have this constant negative attitude. But the thing is, sometimes maybe they don't realize they're complaining all the time. They don't realize that they're so negative. Maybe you can bring it to their attention and let them know that they're being negative. Maybe they don't realize just how negative they're being. And you yourself should avoid that negative thinking as well, okay? It can be very contagious, guys. You start thinking about it and you get very negative, and next thing you know, you're always negative. And you're the person that needs to be told that you're being negative, right? So don't let it fester. Don't let that negativity be contagious on yourself. Don't let it limit your potential, because that's what will end up happening. It'll end up limiting your potential, okay? And guys, let's work on something like facts, okay? In EMS, we get a lot of things, hearsay, we get rumors, we get assumptions. Don't deal in those. Don't deal with that, okay? When you're thinking about a winning attitude and what you can do to better yourself and better your agency and how you do things out in the field, deal with facts. That's going to help you a lot more than when you're dealing with things like rumors or assumptions, okay? And seek out that opportunity, guys. Lots of opportunities that you can do, you can find that you can implement, all right? So look for opportunities, all right, and ways to implement those opportunities. It might be something simple like a piece of equipment. It might be a way something is stocked on the ambulance. It might be maybe an educational program that's coming out. Okay, look for those opportunities and find ways to go ahead and implement them. This is all part of that having that winning attitude, guys. Okay, because if you've got that can-do attitude, all right, you're going to be in control of your potential. All right. If you don't have that attitude, you're not going to be in control. Everyone else is going to be in control of you and your potential instead. Okay. Now, I know a lot of cliches in this one, but you know what? Attitude, it really is a choice, guys. Choose to have a good one. And I think when you do, you're going to find that all of these things that I've talked about today and ways to get around them, ways to recognize when you're complaining too much, ways to recognize when you're being too negative, recognizing an opportunity, recognizing a fact versus a rumor, okay, recognizing problems that are going on, having that winning attitude, you're going to be able to recognize it, and you're going to be able to take control of it, okay, and be able to change it and do things that's going to be better for yourself, for your career, okay, and for your agency as well, okay. And maybe you're not thinking about your agency having direct effect on you, but you and I both know that it does. So having that winning attitude in the end is going to benefit you more than anybody else. Okay? So I hope you can use these Monday Minutes, guys. Listen, I know it's more of a motivational type thing. I know it's more of a sort of a personal note, a personal development sort of video. But again, I'm going to kind of put these out over the next few weeks, talking about these types of expectations that I would say that maybe are not in your average EMT or paramedic job description, right? But always, I think that when you do these things that I'm talking about and you start trying to implement them in your own EMS career, you're going to find more opportunities, you're going to find more success, okay, and it's going to bleed into other people and other things in your life as well. So I hope you can use these Monday Minutes, guys. You have some minutes of your own. Be sure to send them over to me. In the meantime, be sure to go check out this quick paramedic study reference. This is a free report that I put together over at turbomedic.com. You can get a free copy of this. Just click this graphic. It'll take you over there, and you can download this for free. It'll really help you sort of pass your EMS exam. It goes over some of the highlights of key points you see a lot on EMS exams. So go download that. It's a free report to download to turbomedic.com. Just click the graphic here. Again, any comments, concerns, questions, be sure to post some comments below. Let me know how you have a winning attitude or some tips you can give on how to have a winning attitude in EMS. I'd love to hear them and see them here on the video in the comments here at YouTube or on the website at emsofficehours.com. Until next time, guys, as always, Jim Hoffman for EMS Office Hours and the Monday Minutes.